So, the spring session general conference wants home churches to return a faithful tithe. They want home churches to return a faithful tithe. These are churches that most of them are probably formed because, their church in question is going apostate and going blatantly against the spirit of prophecy and Bible. But we need to return. Why don't we just give the money to the Catholic Church? I mean, it would seem to me every time they say they want a home church to return a faithful tithe, they're saying the protest is over. Well, I'm not Gnan Diop. I don't think that the Catholic Church has changed. In fact, she's the same beast. I'm watching as the whole world wonders after her. And ADRA gets almost 60% of all their money. The vast majority of their money comes from federal governments. They are an NGO, right? What I call the ASI for the conferences. You got to peddle and cater to your bosses. Well, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, and I will follow him. And if Jesus says John the Baptist is the Elijah, is the final message, and Jesus says through the spirit of prophecy that we will have a message that is even harder to give than John the Baptist had to give. And we know how the conferences love John the Baptist. When Jesus asked him, he said, I'll tell you who sent me if you tell me who sent John the Baptist. They reasoned together, said, well, if we say that he was of God, then they'll say, why didn't you get baptized from him? But if we say he wasn't, all the people here believe that he was from God. Well, guess what? That's totally in context, and it's only going to become more real and more real until, boom, the reality is seen for what it is. And I believe everybody's waking up. You have ADRA taking UN funds, they're just an arm of the papacy. They're going to COP27, COP28, COP29, asking for the church and the government to do something about global warming. But they don't proselytize. Yes, they do. They just don't proselytize with the Adventist. So that they need to have the Adventist name removed. They're not ADRA, they're DRA. They're a relief agency. They have nothing to do with God and his final movement. Thus, they will be removed. That's how it is. And as we're watching it going down, I would just say to John Lomacaine, sorry, I'm not sure how you pronounce your last name. I would say, build back better. As you were saying, make Adventists great again. We are.